Beaton Civic is rocking. The boos, Hankey will just have to shut out. What he's done so far is he's silenced the boos, and he's turned them
60.
on occasion into cheers with the standard of his darts.
I think what we've found this year, different than last year, is when people are booing, if they are, is more of the pantomime villain
55.
than actually booing in. And that's all down to his displays, keeping his composure, taking his time, and not letting the crowd affect him.
Great for the tournament, though, isn't he? A real darting character.
41.
Well, 41 to follow 55. Even the most experienced players get nervous.
Well, a long way to go, obviously. Well, Beaton's in the troubles now.
135.
Long way to go, but as we saw in the last game, Stompy had such a purple patch. I'm not sure which one of them is Boa Vista.
Well, an edgy start for Ted Hankey here, who was terrific,
81.
I'm told, in the practice room as little as an hour ago. He was hardly missing.
82.
Yeah, so important this first session, before the first break. Make sure you're in the game. Plenty of time to light up.
140.
Yeah, what's the scores on the doors?
It's a good game.
Good game.
59.
Higher, lower, higher.
Well, let's hope neither Hankey or Beaton freeze. 179 then for the count, who's just beginning to find a bit of range and a bit of rhythm.
99. Stevie require 170.
Yeah, Lloyd has seen this shot. And Colin Lloyd. And it's on ball for Beaton for 170 in the first leg.
145.
That would have got the crowd going,
Stevie
Stuart.
require 80.
Oh, it's been an interesting opening leg, hasn't it? Well, Hankey's going to get one dart at tops. Important this to settle him down.
Game shots in the first
That
leg.
will settle him down.
Certainly,
Second
just
Steve
like that,
to
straight
throw
in.
first. $100.
You're on form tonight, Alan.
I'm always on form, Stuart. You know me better than that.
Well, Hankey certainly has this week. Yeah, I mean, it's important to stress how much he's improved from 12 months ago.
100.
It was a brand new experience, and I think the whole Grand Slam feel, the whole experience, the whole occasion took him by surprise, and
60.
it clearly affected him 12 months ago, but he's come back a lot more relaxed, a lot more laid back, and let his darts do most of the talking.
He certainly has, can't argue with that. Plenty of superheroes there in the audience. Got the superheroes on the hockey.
80.
Well, a lucky bounce out for Hankey. Yeah. Sold out Friday night at the Grand Slam.
43.
Well, big favourite. Ted Hankey 4-7. Good scoring by Hankey. Finding it now.
I'll let you answer that one, Alan.
I've thought of a few.
140.
We'll have to wear them after 10 o'clock. Should have put one behind Stompy when Colin Lloyd kicked him up the Utah.
Stompy a 10-4 winner over Lloyd in our opening match through to the
90.
the quarterfinals. Now he'll play
158.
either Barneveld or Waits. He just missed a 170 in the first leg. Only just missed a 158 in the second.
Ted require
They're the
91.
type of finishes, Stuart, that change games and matches. I know it's early.
You'll have to look at treble 17 now. He was looking at 25 there, but missed. Oh, yes, this will be a big Steal. Brilliant from Hankey. Absolutely fantastic. In the first leg, Beaton was a millimetre away for a 170 out. And Hankey nailed 80. In the second leg, Beaton was less than a millimetre out on a 158 on double 19. And Hankey punishes with 91.
Well, that's the best start of this game so far. The one at double 16 there. Hankey is well and truly up for this. I said before, has impressed me not just with a win over Phil Taylor, but the other two in the group. Well, there's Ted Hankey doppelganger.
60.
I wonder if they'll boo him.
Well, he will have quite a lot of support in the Wolverhampton Civic. Forget the bluster, he is still very, very popular, isn't he?
Well, the fans really are warming to him. He's not yet got the key to the city, but he's thinking of moving his coffin to Wolverhampton. From dusk till dawn.
59.
He just looks very, very relaxed. He looks totally in control, doesn't he?
I suppose it makes it a little bit easier when you are 2-0 ahead, but he's earned the right by hitting what's in front of him. He's a long, long way ahead in this leg. I'm just looking for a setup here. 192. Steve Beaton back on 286. Would probably have to get a 180 really to give him an outside chance. Although he has missed the 170 and the 158.
41.
Only 41 from Hankey.
98. Said you require.
But he's still got 6 starts from here for 151 as he looks to establish a 3-leg lead at the start of this match.
It's not been a high-scoring game, has it?
91.
5 140s and 4 ton pluses from both players added up, but it's been the finishing from Hankey that's made the difference. 2 out of 2.
82.
But when Stompy beat Lloyd, he was 4 out of 4. I think he eventually finished up with a 60% checkout rate, the Dutchman, against Colin Lloyd. Well, this for 3-0. 3 out of 3. I'll tell you what, Hankey is in the mood, isn't he? A lot for Steve Beaton to think about. Fabulous finishing from the count.
Well, he walked on to the Bee Gees music, and he needs to stay alive here in this first session. It would be a tragedy.
Now Hankey, of course, preparing for his World Championship at the Lakeside.
96.
Steve Beaton will be at the PDC World Championship, the Alexandra Palace, 16th of December. It all starts at £1 million on offer. And what about the draw that Hankey's
62.
got at the Lakeside against Scott Waits?
Well, could play him in the semi-final here if they both win. There's a few other players in the mix before we can get to that stage. So Ted Hankey is just playing the game at his own pace, taking his time, not worrying about anything, plodding along, but more importantly, hitting everything he's going for.
Yeah. Well, Beaton needs something to get him into this match. That might just do it. It's been a poor start from Steve Beaton. That might just give him the boost that he needs.
First 180 of the match. Through first in this leg.
57.
So just win this one.
Stevie
and if you do some
68.
damage in the next one. 16 for double.
36.
Well, don't want to be giving Ted Hankey a chance at a finish.
No, surely not. Surely not 146.
Well, we'll have 3 more.
58.
Got to make it count.
Steve required
Against the
32.
count.
Game shot.
Well, good dart from Steve there. Deserved that, had a good leg there.
5th leg, Ted to throw first. Game on.
I'll tell you what, that was when you see that camera angle, you can see how good that dart was, because the flight was blocking 4/5 of that double 8 bed.
Well, he's got to keep in his mind, he is only one break down.
100.
Perfect dart again for Beaton.
109.
Back-to-back 180s for Steve Beaton. He was 3-0 down. If he wins here, we're back on track, aren't we? We're back on throw.
Absolutely. And Steve will go in at the break, the happier of the 2 players by a country mile.
118.
Beaton's certainly getting his teeth into this game, isn't he? Lacked a bit of bite at the start.
Oh, he's stolen the darts now, Beaton, in this 5th leg.
100.
The last one.
As it was with the last darts as well, the last throw.
A 9-pinter.
That's better from Hankey.
Plenty to aim for. Ooh, just the wrong side.
123. Stevie require 121.
Decent shot apiece. Stumpy hit this earlier on. Treble 17 for the ball for Beaton. Bullseye for Beaton to get him back into the game.
76.
Well, a long way off eventually.
Ted, you require 102.
Well, 3 out of 3 on the doubles so far for Hankey. You look at Bull for double 16. Oh, surely not again.
70.
Good effort. That was close.
Stevie require 45.
Well, most important darts of this match so far now. Double 16 for Beaton for 3-2. Thank you very much. We're back on track. Great game this now. Hankey was 3-0 up. We had dart there to go 4-1 up. Instead, it's as close as we thought it would be. Hankey 3, Beaton 2. We'll be back in a moment. Friday night at the Slam, and by the end of the night we'll know our full quarter-final lineup. Co-Stompy already a winner tonight against Colin Lloyd, and Ted Hankey and Steve Beaton involved in a close one. Hankey won the first 3 legs without missing a double, but Beaton has got himself back on track. And the signs are that Beaton is beginning to find that edge.
Yeah, that one dart at double 16 for Hankey. Taking 4-1 up.
59.
A big dart. Beaton with those 2 180s in the last 2 legs. Starting to find his form now.
Yeah, some heavy scoring from Steve Beaton.
56.
Hankey just not been able to produce the scoring that's going to matter. Steve Beaton is the reason that Hankey won the first 3 legs with that brilliant finishing. But Beaton is a full 10 points better off than Hankey. Well, he won't be now, but there's a big difference in the averages. 97 for Beaton, 88 for Hankey.
Well, double 16 to get back level. And he'll come back to the board. Hankey back on 2-6-1. Great leg here from Beaton.
58. Stevie require 32.
Yeah, I think Hankey has given up on this leg.
Charles in a sick leg.
And he has now. 3-0 down. Beaton gets it back to 3 apiece.
Game on.
Well, we're back with serve. So how can Hankey respond? Losing 3 legs on the trot. If he loses this one, it'll start getting into his head.
I was just looking back at Steve Beaton's record when he won the World Championship back in 1996. I mean, we know he beat Richie Burnett in the final, but he beat some big names on the way, taking out Co-Stompy, John Parr, Martin Adams and Andy Forden before he beat Burnett in the final.
Yep, 4 quality players there. So he's certainly earned his right to win the title there, hasn't he?
He's now averaging just shy of 100. His scoring is so much better, 14 points better than Ted Hankey. It looks like being 4 consecutive legs here for Steve Beaton, and Hankey has a few problems.
Well, I mentioned purple patches at the start of this game. It's Beaton who's having a fantastic purple patch 86. Here. Looking to go 4-3 up from 3-0 down. Doesn't need to go for the ball route. Double 8 for a 1-2-1. Well, Beaton really is homing in from 3-0 down to 4-3 up with ultimate ease.
He just isn't missing the treble at the minute, is he? He's just not missing. He is in the zone. 102 the average. That goes up to a 3rd maximum to follow that 12 darter to break the throw, and Hankey's all at sea. Look at those 18 ton-plus scores to just 10 from Hankey. 102 average for Beaton, 85.5 for Hankey.
Yeah, and after the first 3 legs, Beaton was in the 80s, so that's a big increase. Probably about 110, somewhere around there.
Where does this come from Steve Beaton? You know, he's so inconsistent. We saw this sort of form when he got to the final of the European Championship last year, which, of course, pitched him his spot at the Grand Slam. But, you know, he'll be the first to admit that he struggles.
96.
I mean, we've seen 5 fantastic legs. Where does it come from?
Well, he's obviously keeping his confidence up, focus. He's in the tournament, he's been playing well. And it's only halfway through the game, so he's still got a long way to go. Can he maintain it? That's the big one. Can he maintain it all the way through to the end? Well, he will be coming back.
65.
Hankey, not at the races, Stu.
Well, no, and the other thing is that Beaton can sense that. He can sense his opponent struggling. Made a brilliant start with 3 out of 3 on the doubles. The key leg could prove to be that 5th leg when Hankey had 1 dart at double 16 to go 4-1 in front. Well, Beaton may well have let him off the hook here with 5 missed darts and a double. Now, crucial here for Hankey, for me, has to get this back, has to win this leg. Beaton's let him in.
Could this be another change? But he has to hit the treble. He hasn't.
56.
So Beaton will be coming back to the board. Can't afford to miss now. And he hasn't. Gave Hankey a sniff. He couldn't hit the treble. So 5 legs on the bounce.
Well, so far, bear in mind that Hankey won his group. So far, only 1 group winner has qualified for the quarterfinals, Gary Anderson. Robert Thornton, Mervyn King, Tony O'Shea and Colin Lloyd all won their groups and they've all lost.
Wow. And Steve Beaton continuing in that mode. 4 180s now. Ted Hankey doesn't know what's hit him.
Well, Beaton here has been brilliant. The problem for Beaton has always been in the past. He can't follow up a terrific performance with another one, but take nothing away from him. Oh, here comes another one. Oh, yes, back-to-back 180s. Well, he's the third player in this tournament after Aaron Monk and Co Stompy to hit 6 perfect darts.
I can feel it in my water, Stuart.
60. Stevie 141.
Treble 20 is the first target. Can he get it? No, the crowd disappointed, but will applaud the attempt.
41.
Steve just got to keep his focus and win the leg.
Well, it's been a great performance from Beaton from 3-0 down. Remember, he snuck in to the second round with a victory in his last match against Paul Nicholson, but Hankey just cannot
64.
find a big treble, cannot find any consistency on the scoring. Is it going to be 6 legs on the spin?
Wow, double 10 will be.
80.
Oh, 137 from Hankey. He's not really giving himself opportunities.
137.
137 has to hit 2 trebles. And he's not going to do it now. So Steve Beaton will return to the board again. 3
80.
darts at the double.
Stevie 120.
Ted Hankey is in a different room.
This time,
No score.
well, I can't quite believe, and I don't think he can, that he's missed 5 darts. Absolutely crucial now for Hankey. He's been let in.
Thank you.
Now, this is the first time.
Yeah, he's got to hold it together here. All about bottle.
29.
Well, he had his chance. He had his
Stevie
chance.
120.
To be fair, when he stepped up to throw, the crowd stopped booing. But he had his chance.
Well, they're both missing now. Well, that was nearly out of the board from Beaton. But that one wasn't. Well, he'll say it was a good marker. It doesn't matter now, it's history. Hankey had his chance.
10 flags, Steve to throw
And a leg.
first.
Steve
Game on.
Beaton through 2 180s.
Well, Hankey here is struggling to keep his cool.
83.
Hankey here, is he on the verge of exploding?
Well, he's on the edge, isn't he?
Or rather imploding. He was 3-0 up.
84.
He's now 6-3 down, but reminding you he missed a dart at double 16 to go 4-1 up. He's lost the last 6 legs.
60.
Beaton let him in. Should be 5-4 after those mistakes from Beaton. But Hankey blew his big chance.
Beaton is at 5 180s in those 6 legs. A 1-2-1 finish. You know,
140.
quality darts, and just hasn't given Hankey a chance.
Hankey has to pinch here.
57.
Well, he's stolen the darts here, Hankey. Has to stop the rot. He'll be boiling inside. Still looks pretty cool on the exterior. But
Has to take this one, no doubt about it. The last one before the break as well will make him feel a whole lot better inside. And he goes in the back room for a few minutes, cool down, get himself composed and ready
140.
for the last session. Steve Beaton, apart from the odd dart here and there, has been fantastic. Could turn out to be a Friday Fright Night for the count.
well, Beaton here,
84.
140 followed by a 137, and now Hankey is under pressure. Gotta get it.
Oh,
How calm down, Mr. Hankey. What a match. Oh, Hankey has finally exploded. Hankey has lost his cool. Is he going to lose the game? We shall see. Beaton leads. Darting drama, 6-4 at the Slam. What a night here at the Wolverhampton Civic. Still to come. Terrific match in store between Scott Waits and Raymond van Barneveld. Before that, though, the little matter of the finale to this fiery, fiery match. Ted Hankey has finally exploded into action. He lost 6 consecutive legs and took out 84 on the ball to get him back in this game. Beaton leads 6-4, but that dart to the ball, and to be fair, during the break, there were quite a few in the crowd as well who were chanting Hankey's name. Mixed reception.
Well, the noise was absolutely phenomenal, and it's spurring Hankey on now. That's probably what he maybe needed after the early 3-0 legs, and then the big surge from Beaton. And if anybody's asleep, well, not in the audience in Wolverhampton, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, he has got quite a lot of support, to be fair, in the audience tonight. Packed out Friday night at the Grand Slam.
85.
But I think sometimes Hankey needs to get riled, doesn't he? He needs to get fired up, and Beaton just needs to keep on doing what he has so far. 3-0 down, 6 on the spin, pegged back to 6-4. But again, this is no good for Hankey unless he follows up that break with a hold of throw here.
And that's the bottom line. It certainly seems a bit more with it than he was 10 or 15 minutes ago. But Beaton still hitting the big scores. So Hankey can't afford any mistakes in this next throw or two. Yeah, straight in there now. There's 2. Down for treble 17. Well, he missed the 17. He'd be disappointed with that.
No, it was a poor dart, wasn't it? Oh, ball for Beaton! He just missed a 170, a 158, and now a 161. The last time, well, the last 2 times, Hankey's taken it out, and he's done it again. That's the 3rd time in this match that Beaton's missed a big number and Hankey hasn't.
12 legs, Steve,
and Ted has let the crowd know he's won a leg. Certainly warming up in there. Warming up. The powder keg has blown.
Loving this. Ooh.
40.
Well, great darting drama, great sporting drama.
And the one thing that we haven't mentioned really is how has all this going to affect Steve Beaton? Well, at the moment it's not. What he has to remember is he's still 6-5 ahead with a break. Back comes Hankey.
121.
Well, he's been unlucky, yet to hit a maximum. We've seen 5 180s from Steve Beaton. Surprisingly, not a 1 from the count.
100.
And if he's going to win this game, he needs to up his scoring. His average is only 88.
Yeah, needs to add 10 onto that realistically, doesn't he, in the second half of this match, if he's going to challenge Steve Beaton. Beaton's average just shy of 100. Can't check out now, but plenty in hand.
41.
Oh, a bit of a mess there. Hankey back on 280.
This would be a good time to get his first 180. I can't leave a finish now.
44. Stevie require 86.
Doesn't need to go for the bull route here. Well, he's at the treble anyway, so 2 darts and he's at double 8. To the last one. Knew he was going to come back to the board anyway. Keeps the momentum going, keeps the crowd happy. And on Ted's back.
Well, some game, some darts.
140.
And he's biting away at Beaton. He's chipping away.
140.
He won't go away, Steve Beaton. He will not buckle under the pressure from Hankey or the pressure cooker atmosphere.
Absolutely. Well, still averaging almost 100 from Beaton. 99.2.
Well, the other thing is, Alan, you can see how dominant Beaton has been. He's 7-5 up. Hankey's hit 5 from 8. He's only had 8 darts and a double, but look at that. Beaton's had 25 darts and a double.
So it could have been even worse for Ted.
I mean, that's the consolation for him, that there's only 2 legs in it.
100.
If he can have his purple patch, had a little bit of a fight back, and he stopped the rot. And Steve Beaton, and all those legs on the trot, but Steve Beaton is just not missing that treble. That's 6 in the match now.
61.
Yeah, if he wins here and breaks, it's a long way back. Possible 11 darter to break the throw, but Hankey's given himself a chance. Brilliant response. Double 12 for a storming leg.
Game shot in the 13th leg. Steve Beaton.
That hurts. That hurts.
14th leg.
He's in a body blow for the count.
Game on.
Is he out for the count?
Well, got a lot to do now, not just a lot to do in the scoreline. The way Steve Beaton is throwing, he's going to have to pull out a few 12 or 13 dart legs here to get back in the game.
I say, where's it come from? It's the best he's played since he reached the European Championship finals some 15, 16 months
81.
ago. Hankey blitzed by Beaton.
76.
He's making too many mistakes now. Steve is just plodding along, hitting the
83.
trebles. And that's proper beer goggles there.
Thirsty work, the arrows.
121.
Still no maximum for Hankey.
He needs some, doesn't he? I'm sure he'll take the legs instead of the maximums, but it's the maximums that get you to the double quicker.
Only 8 darts and a double compared to Steve Beaton's 26. Now is this the maximum that is going to take him to the double quicker? Lost the rhythm there, lost the flow by dropping the dart on the floor.
And that cheered the crowd up at the back, didn't it? There we go, Ted. Yeah, that's his first. Said he needed to get one.
54.
There he did.
He needs to get another 4 or 5.
$43.
So 25 for
Teddy
tops
requires 65.
to stay in the match. Well, he went the other way there. Tops he needs.
25.
Well, I don't understand that, to be honest with you. I don't know why he didn't go for 25 when he was going to leave tops anyway, Alan.
Yep.
Is he going to pay the price? He may pay the price here. Double 16! Ooh, hard in mouth time for Ted Hankey.
That would have been one right in the ribs, wouldn't it? Well, got there eventually.
Ted Hankey.
So he's hanging on to Steve Beaton's shirt tail by his fingertips.
Game on.
First to 10, remember.
10 darts and a double. Hankey's hit 6. Beaton's had 27 and has hit 8.
190.
But he's broken the throw. He's throwing here, and somehow he's still in it.
Well, if he can just hang on here and hold his throw and be within one leg, we all know what can happen in one leg. Can all change very quickly in this game.
60 isn't good enough.
Well, he's just done all the hard work, hasn't he? It could be undone with a poor throw. Beaton with a ton and a 140. Hankey already 61 behind.
Beaton breaks here. He's throwing for the match in the next one.
134.
Good switch. You enjoyed that shot, didn't you?
He needed that one, didn't he? Hasn't left a finish, but he needed that one. Really did.
91.
170 left from Beaton.
Well, it is a thriller. And Hankey is still in it.
Steve require 170.
He nearly got this in the first leg of the match.
96.
So Hankey to get within
88.
one. Remember, he was 6-3 down.
Has to get it. 18 for Bull. Bullseye for Hankey. Has to get it. Already hit it once.
38.
Well, it was just outside. You can see the mark in the 25.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't hit the
Steve
ball.
requires 74.
And Beaton here to go within one leg of victory. Here we go.
Game charge in a 15 play.
To stop the rot. Hankey had his chance. Could have got within one leg. Missed his opportunity at the ball. Beaton steps up, takes a leg against the darts, and is now throwing for a place in the Grand Slam of Darts quarter-finals.
140.
Hankey.
Well, I hope, if Beaton does win this, I hope that he can play this well again. Average of 100, and it's been a phenomenal performance from the 1996 World Champ.
Well, we will play the winner of Ronnie Baxter and Phil Taylor, which is coming up later this evening. Best of 31 legs as well, longer distance.
140.
Where does that lead to? Now, is that Alan Warriner or Chris Mason?
Which one? The one in the middle?
But are we going to see a fifth group winner out of 6 depart the tournament? Thornton, King, O'Shea, Lloyd, all won their groups, are all out, and Beaton here on an 11-darter to dump Ted Hankey out the slam.
Well, and who can say he hasn't deserved it? He's kept his composure all the way through the game, even through adversity at times. So double 12 for Beaton for a fantastic win. Steve Beaton beats Ted Hankey. A fantastic game. But Steve Beaton progresses to the quarter-finals. Come back soon.